different here with the breach.
Often trendsetters. See how they can do on the receiving side of what they've created. Loud on the attack. The single duelist comp from Aspas. From Loud, starting to prod towards A. A little bit of damage onto Sadak.
I think the one note as well on this comp as we get into this pistol round, it's a slow default for Loud, is I think Team Liquid are going to be able to play a lot more fluid, which they needed. I mean, they were way too structured on that Haven attack side.
Yeah, 1000%. I think they may have gotten a little bit of info on the Trailblazer. Safe is going to have a lot to do here. Pushed back by the Roomba. That nade will dissuade just for a moment. They're starting to push forward, though. Safe is going to get cleaned up. That frenzy from Kalanzine, too much. What does Redgar do here? I mean, he's going to get challenged.
Yeah, but this also could be an overplay here.
By
Redgar?
Redgar?
Yeah, because Soulcast is really relying on holding B main down. If he dies, then you lose that. If he gets traded at all, you lose that.
I mean, maybe a frenzy, but a ghost here. They're going to walk forward by themselves. A peek on the second. Perhaps no real idea of what's on the other side. Tui's wins it out. And he gets a second on a Soulcast. What?
Are you kidding me there? What is that?
The bravado.
Spike planted.
Yumpy trying to make a play. Two members on the other side of the smoke. You start to see some of the taps come through. That cloud burst to provide some cover. Tui's with the third. Nats having to do it by himself. See if Nats can do anything about it. 65 HP. He's getting flash. He drops down from heaven right.
That smoke and trading Redgar and then getting the second kill. His first one here. Kind of expected, the second one not. And Redgar's smoke there actually was quite good. It was what the grab.
Liquid heavy lean towards A. Both duelists that way. Soulcast joining them. But Loud once again intent on going towards B. They found so much success here in the previous round. Well, why not hit it again? Orb up for Aspas. A little bit closer to having that showstopper.
Love that from Team Liquid there, though. Just trying to spam and get some damage done from Redgar, and you do see the purchase from them. It's a bunch of ghosts. This is kind of the classic mix of weaponry you see from those ecos, and it's not a full force like we saw a lot of desperation on that first map.
I do like what Loud did there, too. As soon as Aspas is on the tap, you heard spamming from Loud from their ghosts.
It's coming back from Tui's as well.
Yeah.
Yumpy.
He's got a Sheriff. Crosshair trained. Man, that's really difficult to deal with, man.
Yeah, that Phantom just better.
Yep.
And Loud's gotten the right read. I mean, they pulled all the rotates over from Team Liquid. And it's the wrong stack. They were relying on Yumpy's information there. But it's just not deep enough, really, to call the rotate in time.
It's now 3 of 8 for the duelist for Loud. And he's looking for more. He's still healthy. He's still got a nade. Perched up on top and Safe cleans him up.
Safe starting to look really crispy.
And remember, you were talking about it, Ball, in the previous map, how good Liquid are in situations like this. They've done well to get Aspas down, but it does not look like they're interested in going for much more.
And again, that's why I was so confused by the amount. Oh, this Molly's trying to actually intend to keep Sadak on site, so he dies to the spike. He's full healthy, though, so he can run through anyways. The nade, though, the combination.
Hurt.
And that's a Phantom, Doug.
Can he get out?
Ooh.
Oh, no. Oh, dear.
Wow.
A little bit of a slip there. Yeah.
That they didn't rely on that a little bit more.
If they were to win this round, it wouldn't be the eco way this time. You see, they've got guns. They've got a Bulldog for Nats. Phantoms and Vandals the rest of the way. Got really far up Killjoy utility, too, from Loud. I mean, this turret, you've got a star set up, too.
And they're not pressuring the middle of the map at all, which normally is what you're looking to target.
And it seems like Loud may try to set this up. Look where Sadak is, and you've got Aspas who's satcheling forward. So he's taking some space, and it was not a hit towards Mail. You saw it was Safe who was ready with the nade, but...
I mean, we saw Sadak stun. It was perfect for both players, right? From B main, it's going into Mail. It's also hitting ropes, so targeting down Nats with one player. Forces this reclear right now, and they're all ready for it.
A couple on the other side. You saw Sadak expecting something to block vision, something to blind him, and it never came through. Still gets both kills, still has now an upgraded weapon. And he's still so healthy.
One enemy remaining.
And he revealed his position by pre-firing by accident and still gets Yampi. Got him in the back. He was trying to walk away to save and not give up that information, and Loud is hungry for it.
I mean, how hard do they hunt for Soulcast here?
Extremely.
We'll see. He's expecting it.
He needs to eat into this econ bonus that Loud is going to start getting. I mean, only 2 rounds on the board, 3 rounds after this, and look at it. 3K on almost 4 players.
The money's good. The old situation actually looks really nice for Loud, too. Sadak 2 away from the Rolling Thunder. Aspas 3 away from a showstopper.
And that's things that really, really add up to be.
Oh, no.
Wow. Oh. That's crazy. And there it is. You can see Nats actually pulled out a secondary there to try to actually find him, but he was so far away, thinking we don't get a full force here from Team Liquid. They are going for light armor the entire time.
A little bit extra padding, a little something to try to stay in the fights. Soulcast had a rifle.
Which is funny because they didn't save the last time and they end up going for a force either way. Louder playing this so slow, so considered. Less falling does give a lot of space to Team Liquid, which does force Loud to go for this B hit now.
The dog has fully made its way around the pillar, but Redgar swinging behind it, perhaps undetected. But Loud not confident in what they're seeing. They decide to throw the brakes on it, and look at Safe. He's upgraded a weapon, and he's got him surrounded.
I mean, surely Loud are considering the fact that they're going to flank through A after losing less.
I mean, are they?
Surely. Where's
They're not looking.
Nobody looking.
Any awareness? No? I mean, it's really just Aspas here.
I mean, the timing is crazy, too. They could just get both kills on B, and it's not even a factor.
Redgar's gotten the first, and there it is. There's nothing that they can do.
Down B.
Safe had open
30
season on
seconds
members of Loud.
Whoa, missed flash from Soulcast.
Missed shots from Aspas. And a
Their
master.
series as a whole as well. We've been waiting for this from Liquid. It's a great play from Redgar. I mean, even just shutting down the initial push, too. I'm surprised Loud didn't commit.
Back into the action, rifles for both. Sadak with the Rolling Thunder and off in the hands of Yampi, currently unchallenged towards B. The nade from Safe should cause some trouble, though, and deal some damage. Look at Aspas. Gonna have to get healed up, no armor left. Sadak has no armor left, but they invest the Rolling Thunder. Nats avoided it, tries to peek out from behind the smoke, and comes and cleans him up, and no. Safe once more. The discipline box goes unchecked yet again. Hold. Looking for more value. The spike well out of reach.
One enemy remaining.
And this looks like another round for Liquid. 2 instances now, back-to-back baller, where it feels like Loud, these little mistakes are costing them everything.
It was the same story against DRX, too. It was very minor mistakes, over peaks, not synced together. And they won the first map there. That's a mistake Fraud is going to be reeling at. I mean, we've been watching a meal cam the entire time.
Yeah, I want to see the Danny cam after that one. Because again,
Questions
that's
are not getting answered.
Meanwhile, for Liquid, a really comfortable position. The op wasn't dropped, so Yampi still has his. There's so much money in the hands of Safe, in the hands of Soulcast. They're set up really well to go on a run here.
Nice Trailblazer, he's stunned up. Still gets away though.
Really nice movement. Meanwhile, Yampi not moving at all. Still holding it up, and Tuiz is on the other side of it. What a shot!
Tuiz is incredibly good when he's on shots like that.
Yeah.
He's an inconsistent player though. And I know a lot of people were starting to doubt his transition from the duelist on his prior teams to the main controller here for Loud.
The dog, when he's on, he's on. How much more can they find? Nats doing well to keep them back.
And Aspas following up too with this showstopper. Gonna clear out a lot more space. Hold that space as well for them to recover the spike. Still, there are retake tools here.
Yeah, that's one of them. That Cosmic Divide, currently used by 2Es, but
30 seconds.
Redgar has his. Do they invest?
Sheesh.
Boy, all he had was a pixel.
A slow pixel at that.
Yeah.
And they won't end up using anything as Redgar goes down. It also looked kind of like Safe and Soulcast were already deciding to save there, which is surprising. Either way.
It's actually really surprising. Again, look at the money they have.
Yeah, those 2 rounds in a row, I mean, you really boost the economy when you're going full light armor. Just a couple of rounds won and you could start buying like they were on Haven, for example. Either way, Loud clap back after 2, I mean, pretty poor rounds, definitely have to say, with not checking. It's just those types of things.
I think this is also, you know, I go back to the pistol round. I think about 2Es, his 2 entries onto B.
Yeah.
I think about 2Es on this round too.
Yep.
He's
2 off. Which means if they end up winning this round, that's a crucial round that they'll have those 2 up as well.
Blinded. Here.
I wonder if that early flash out from Soulcast forces Yampi to reposition a little bit. Or if he wants to take some of that space. Yeah, he's creeping up right now with the op. Meanwhile, there's a lot of action towards mid. I mean, both Razors are just separated by a nebulous purple blob. That flash from up top, Nat's having to turn. No challenge yet.
Remember, he got punished in a prior round. The breach is set up to play anti-flash and also potentially reactive off of Aspas's information.
He's got nade, 2 satchels.
Fault line just came back up. They just spotted Nats.
Save. Tagged a little, and they actually fault line to push Nats off the angle.
And they're falling off mid. They've gotten both sides, both ropes. Oh, hold on. Tui's creeping very close there. Wow. It looks like Team Liquid has the idea to re-clear B as well.
Loud are so quiet about this. They've lost Heaven. Oh, Safe. He's gotten a little bit ahead of it. Both satchels, but he's dropped on the way out. Exit not found. Redgar trying to do some damage, and he can between him and Nats. They drop 3, but Loud punch back.
They're planning for spawn right now. Very risky decision, and Tui's.
Dude, again,
He's ice
answering.
cold.
Yeah, answering the call for Loud.
And Team Liquid making some risks, making some signs of indecision too. Yet they still dominated that B Heaven hold.
And while it's certainly not as dominant as we saw in Haven, it seems like Loud are still in a very comfortable position. You see the spam out from Kawanzine. Don't think it tagged. No, it didn't tag Safe at all. But an early pit invested from Nats mid.
So I was talking about being able to lock down mid on this crucial round is very important. Before Loud gets their cycle up, try to stem their economy a little bit. Could be massive.
Yampi. There's the first challenge. There's not a flash. It's going to be dry. The second flash come through, and Safe picked up, or excuse me, Aspas picked up the spike, and I thought he was going to satchel into Heaven.
Yeah, he was definitely intending to. That was the path on that execute, but as Sadak falls, he has to pivot off, and thankfully there's nobody on the site.
Well, unfortunately for him, he didn't fully commit to it. I wonder if that was just like an accident. As he was satcheling forward with Sadak in front of him, he just picked it up via his pathing. So Disaster perhaps avoided Loud getting the spike down, and look at how far up they are in spawn.
Well, Redgar's expecting this, though. I love this. Playing deep. Now the Seekers are going to come in, and 2 go to spawn, so Redgar knows what's happening.
They've got a star behind them, too, and it turns into the gravity wall. They're keeping the fight in front of them. Redgar gets both.
Player standing.
Redgar gets all 3. What a play.
I thought Tui's again would have been able to get some success there, but no. It's the IGL for Team Liquid.
As soon as the Seekers could, very nicely done.
Yampi with his first kill here, huge. I mean, you talked about how that pivoted Aspas, but then Redgar's read is perfect too.
Loud littering B site on the minimap with pings.
Covering it. Need that back. Conceal pulling them in.
Nothing but the dog
Scout destroyed.
creating some noise. They got the gravity well out from Redgar.
Nats is not here in time to actually molly, so they get through, and for the first time, Op's going to commit, and they're losing people instantly.
Yeah, it's labored. They only had 2 come through. The other 2 were sectioned off. You see him still in garage.
Concealment.
Spike still safely behind it.
And that's the value there of having that orb in mid for Nats to rotate very fast. Obviously, you had the nade and that Gravel come through from Redgar and Safe.
Blinded.
But then the follow-up after Sadak got out, after Aspas got out, is that molly from Nats. He could just cross safely through mid and get there in time. Team Liquid finally, that game plan, finally this strategy that they're choosing to go for really working. And Loud is struggling really hard to get out on the first set of util,
Concealment. Obscuring vision.
which is kind of what we were seeing on Haven, if you remember back to that. Team Liquid constantly just breaking the util, trying not to go,
30
never having an
seconds left.
actual pounce, never having faith that they could. Here, Loud's showing the same propensity, but they do attempt that push through, now twice actually, on the A side and the B side. Whereas prior rounds, they just throw out, you know, the fault line, a nade, maybe a boombot, something like that, a flash as well.
Yeah, some
and then
work.
they just sit
10
behind the
seconds
smoke.
left.
Right, yeah, some work across mid, get Aspas into a position where he can maybe get an opener. And you're right, that just hasn't been the case. So the round will end with Liquid saving every...
Still crazy to me that it's an elimination game.
Yeah.
I mean, up to this point, it hasn't felt like it. Obviously, we had that crazy stomp on the first map. Loud hungry to make a statement. It's odd to me. Here we go, fast up a ramp. Finally, some early control elsewhere on the map. Outside of one of the mains on this, which is difficult to do, actually. You see this smoke intended to do what the Viper Wall does normally, and Nats is looking at it.
That's huge. I think they wanted to pinch mid.
Oh, man. This is the spike alone.
Spike down mid.
Yeah, Loud seemed intent on taking some of that ramp space and then crunching mid and opening the site, opening the map a different way. But Nats with the massive one. And then, of course, it was Redgar in excellent position as well.
Well, Nats is not able to do that, by the way, until Safe walks down mid.
Yeah, excuse me, it was safe, not Redgar. Thank you.
And now Loud's struggling to find a way in, man.
My. We may have a series on our hands.
Nature girl down. My ultimate is ready.
Well, still going for it with the lockdown, too. Now there's suddenly a chance, and Yampi only has the op, which could be good.
This would be ridiculous. Talk about a swing of momentum.
30 seconds left.
But I think Liquid still have too much utility here, man. Like, Safe still has his nade. Yampi's with the op, as you mentioned, but they're playing really safe. They're giving A up.
Dude, they're so scared, too. They just gravel smoked up in heaven and waited all that time till the smoke fades. And they don't even get a nice plant. It's just a safe one.
Meanwhile, Tui's just put a star down right behind the spike.
This Redgar flank is actually quite nice, too, because you could expect maybe like a lockdown post-plant
I think
type of thing.
The timing here is key, though. Do they challenge less together?
Do they know he's up ramp is the
Yeah.
key part. You'd expect him to be playing up in that main area if he goes for the play.
Tui's by himself on the site, in the smoke, the nade flying by his face.
Is he going to get a lockdown in heaven here?
He's been so patient, but will it pay off? He saw the bullet, surely.
Oh my goodness.
Look at him tucking. Oh my gosh, this is so smart from Tui's and from Les. It's all safe by himself. Can he do it? No!
What a shift. We've gone from, you know, some of the rounds we saw at Tokyo where it was just crazy beef so far, despite looking like, you know, there's struggles here and there. Back into it, though. A little short one.
Op still in the hands of Yumpy. The ult for Redgar. While Loud have two key ones to work with, too. And it seems like for Loud, you know, we were talking about this prior to the timeout, and really both rounds now we've seen, it was a bit different in the previous round, but there is more of an intent on focusing mid.
Scout destroyed.
I'm surprised they haven't gone back for that same punish that they did on
Yeah,
to Nats early in this game.
yeah, with the stun from Sadak, yeah.
They are set up in a
I've
similar
got your
way, the
trail.
duel coming in towards B main.
Found one.
Oh, Nats is isolated right now. They could get into this. He's alone. Aspas punishes Redgar, though.
Perhaps off of the fault line, but Kawanzine is going to get one onto Nats too. You were right, he was isolated. He gets cleaned up. The timing on this is good from Soulcast as he gets both. I mean, finding just the right moment to strike. But Kawanzine not interested in playing this map much longer. That's now 3 on the round for him. Yampi with a nice snap, a 1v2, he dashes forward, the spike has been planted, spam onto 2, he's not fully connecting, but damage has been dealt, he's gotten it down to 1. 2, he's weak, he's been good, but has he been this good? No! Yampi with 3 is Liquid.
Soulcast contributing too. I mean, swinging like that is just
Yeah,
with speed.
Enemy remaining.
and getting 2 in that. And that's massive. 1, great, but the second on that. And we talked
Some energy.
We talked about it in Tokyo too, and he said the team felt like it was a curse, and that's why they weren't doing it. Aspas The Rolling Thunder paves the way for him to move his way forward. The
spotted
showstopper,
him.
he spotted him, but he doesn't get the kill. Safe does. Blades from Yumpy, another found. Spike on the pause. Safe tried to find some space. Wasn't able to, though.
You should run.
That's a deep lockdown, bro.
That doesn't even clear out
Scout
the back of
destroyed.
sight right
Yeah,
here.
but they're aware of it. You see the pings on the minimap. I don't even think they're really intending on going that way,
But
to
what
be
do they
honest.
even have there to punish? They put a Cosmic Divide to help Soulcast stay alive.
Blinded.
Flash out on the other side, and that's going to confirm that they do want to hit that way. You don't have to worry about what's happening mid. Meanwhile, Safe creeping his way forward. The flick from Soulcast. I mean, the value these last 2 rounds. Safe bookending it.
And it couldn't have come
You watch it, find it.
at a better time here as we end the half tied up. What a play from Redguard to give that wall up for Soulcast, and then Soulcast to really capitalize. Some trap plays here, and I love actually Sadek's position. It's really poised for a nice stun off of this dog. If you go up A ramp, this could be disastrous.
You saw the stun, but they had already
He's
pushed him
coming
off
from
the
behind.
angle.
Blocking sight.
How much more space do they find? They fully have him in control in Sadek's position.
He's,
Not detected. Ooh, dealt a little bit of damage onto Yumpy, but that's all it is.
and they've got this flank from Redguard coming in. Turret recall.
Where are you going?
It's planted for Heaven. They've got full control. That wall was going to allow both Safe and Yumpy to play off each other very well.
If they can get the kills before Redguard finds a space, Loud may have a shot at this, because otherwise Liquid seem in firm control. The timing
He doesn't
is
need
everything.
to. Doug, he doesn't need to do anything. He doesn't have to get these kills. All he has to do is play with Safe into Heaven here.
Yeah, just contain.
I cannot.
Just contain. One spotted, one dealt with. Now they understand what's on the other side. You see Les trying to deal with it while Soulcast keeping him back on the side himself. 2 massive kills. And that's surely the round. We know that Liquid are good in situations that Loud now find themselves in.
Yep.
And you're right, because of how the series has played out, we really haven't had to see how Loud handle positions like this. But it seems like they want to go exploring mid. And while the guns and the duelists that are on the other side prove to be a bit too much.
I've talked about the reads that Team Liquid have had a couple times now, and you can tell they expected to push. Look how far back Redguard is still playing. And how the 2 sides of mid right here, Yumpy and the other guys, this is where they were playing. This is where they were holding the line. They knew that push was coming. They walked slowly into it, and they're rewarded. Minus losing Safe. Either way, that gun's not going to be recovered. So still not many chances for Loud to get back in this unless Sadek can get some cheeky flank going.
Remember, he had a shot at it in the previous round.
Oh,
this
with the
time.
dog. Oh, no.
He's got a share of 2. The first, the second does not fall.
And Aspas is way too far to do anything. What a flash there.
I mean, 2Es.
That's misinformation, though, because that was coming in from Heaven.
He understands the Redguard's behind him. It's just a classic against the Ghost. And that's just not enough. I really love this from Liquid too, man. They're taking their time. They're getting the orbs. They're not just satisfied with getting the kills and getting the spike down.
I'm really curious where that flash came from Soulcast, actually. I'm wondering if that was intentionally going through one of the windows on top of B rafters.
Oh, that nade got caught up there, but that's a ding from Aspas with the Spectre up in Heaven, now 13 HP. Aspas, I don't think they're coming, man.
Another ping from Soulcast's flash.
That was a crazy flash, too.
Yeah, way up high.
Yeah.
It's important there. You got to get the elevation to actually ping on Heaven.
This would be quite the Aspas moment, but that's now 4 or 5 shots.
About a round where he gets both orbs.
See the dash, up ramps, and the flash on the other side of the smoke.
And
There's the first orb.
There's nobody punishing either there. There's definitely an opportunity for Sadak to get spam on him, something like that, but they weren't considering it.
Yeah, they were playing so much softer.
They do. Loud does have B main control. There was a deep smoke from 2Es that went out. So they're maintaining control of that one, and Team Liquid are sticking with this 1-2-2.
It seemed like they might try to set up for a trap mid. That flash is all it's going to be. The Trailblazer is going to get info on both. Do you push in?
Blinded.
I look at how Loud are rotating further back in towards A. They know that they've lost mid control, and they're expecting the push that way.
Yeah. The important thing about all that Team Liquid just did is it pushes the players out back B heaven. So they can't spot, are they crossing mid? They can't spot if they're going up into ropes, which means these A players have to play a lot differently. There's still 2 people here. There's still Sadak and Les. Les has been phenomenal today.
Left.
But not as good on split as he was on Haven. 25 seconds and you're going for a Heaven play here. That seems a little misadvised, but you can get great executes out of it onto the site.
Watch Sadak, he still has plenty of utility. He's gonna reposition around it too. That aftershock is gonna buy a lot of time. 10 seconds left. Can they hold the line? Aspas has arrived. Sadak with the first, Les with the second. There's no way in. They've grabbed the spike now, and the smoke is going to provide a little bit of cover to spam through. Do they stop the plant? Yes, they do.
He knows what he did.
The fault line was really nice to delay on top of that.
Yeah, it split up the hit. You can see it's just safe and Yampi out. And then just playing lean around.
Liquid had handled their finances, put them in a position where they could still buy an attack side op behind you and rifles.
And I think I love the attack side op here, specifically because there's only one controller. You can manipulate all the timings on the map with your Viper wall, with the smokes that you're placing from Redgar. There's so much room for you to actually make gaps where you can peek deep angles. For example, right now, look at Yampi. He's onto Les's angle, and I think Les just jump spotted. But just one missed moment of discipline for Les, and that's a kill.
Does the discipline run out?
Not with that turret there.
No. Patience from the youngster. Ooh. Less so from Sadak as he crept forward. Does get wall bang, 30 HP, still alive. Look at the space that Tui's has taken. He's crept his way forward into garage. And if he pops that smoke, there's no way you expect him there.
This is a 20-second hit again, Doug.
30 seconds left.
There's a little bit more to work with. Tui's. Oh, he's expecting the first! Tui's with 3! Not again! What a play!
Still a chance, though. They're so far away.
Soulcast is so weak.
But your trail.
They're going to drop the Seekers, and that's going to provide a little bit of breathing room.
Oh,
They have to spike down. What is that from Yampi? Pops the blades, has the op, a 1v2.
He gets into spawn. And the flash misses him. This is a huge line.
It's just another barking moment.
They're coming back, though.
From the star. Oh, he's going to have to get both, and he can't get any. Dude, I didn't think he'd play that way either, to be honest. I didn't think he'd face that way. No, Tui.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
He had dropped.
It feels like they didn't even see the smoke that he dropped.
Yeah, he had dropped the start of the left.
On the raise.
Aspas also only has 1 satchel.
Remember, actually, back to last year's meta when this team, Loud, won Champions 2022 in Turkey.
Blinded.
Les was playing a lot of chamber in maps where Aspas was floating elsewhere to raise or to jet.
I was looking to see if he popped someone up with the other satchel into a cheeky spot, but I don't think it's the case, no.
Yeah, maybe accidentally popped it early before freeze time.
Sure, yeah.
Because he has enough money for it. You're right. A little bit of a head scratcher.
We'll find out after. Yampi's by himself, A. Procs the dash, clears a little bit of Les's util. And it just feels like a reaction game. Look at that deep flash out from Kawanzin all the way into B spawn.
Yeah, they're going for a Cosmic Divide fake on this B site. Look at Redgar's position. You can see exactly what they're thinking. And Loud, no. I mean, you're right, too. He's, again, so deep. He knows everything.
The alarm bot is here, too. That wall is going to help. It's going to provide some exit for Les to get out.
It's 30 seconds again.
Remember the Rolling Thunder from Sadak, too.
It's just going to push them all back.
Oh, it could be disaster. Do they flood behind it? Yeah, Les has already taken the space. Remember, he's got an op. Aspas has fallen. Kawanzin playing in the smoke. Does he have any more util? No, I don't think he does. Now 13 seconds left, and once again, Liquid may have waited a bit too long. The clock expires, and Safe is on the other side of it.
Yeah, he doesn't even have time to recover the spike in time. Look at Tui's, the dude's just chilling.
Yep.
Given the fact that Yampi has been actually thinking about it. That, again, they're not considering. It's like both sides in some of these cases are not thinking about the tools that the team has. Sadak there.
It's the biggest safety valve you could possibly ask for.
Concealment.
What do they do here? No op on Loud side. But Tui's once again aggressively fighting for B main. Recalled Star. Op, no longer in the hands of Yumpy.
Excuse
That's
me?
from Sadak.
Excuse me, Sadak?
Yeah, pop off, King.
Aspas is right next to you, and he's the one taking that fight. That's crazy.
Hey, man.
That's been all series, too, from him.
Yeah.
He's been heavily involved. Safe picked up the op, though, and I mean, Tui's, this is a tough shot to hit.
He's done it before.
Nice, he saw him. Falls off.
Meanwhile, they're dogging towards A main, down ramps to confirm that there's nothing outside, and that instantly,
Yeah.
look at how they're rotating B.
Dude, it's always, every time, they get all the information well ahead of the hit.
Save has ult, has 2 satchels. Do they go off of that? The timing on the Seekers is unreal. Again, 40 seconds left, and they're still back in spawn. The Seekers getting so much space back.
No
And
way.
Aspas is in the smoke.
Don't do it.
He's got a Vandal. That's going to be tough. Finds nothing. Now the Cosmic Divide, and that's going to buy some space. It's going to force him to go safe with the ult.
That's the wrong way.
Nothing found. Nothing at all. Tui's backside. Not. Oh, he is able to clean up 1. 7 bullets left. Can he find another? No. This time it may have worked out, but Nats is by himself. 13 seconds left. He's still got to grab the spike. He's got to get the kills if he wants to win the round, and none of them come through.
Nats of all people, you really thought he could do that. Nobody looking. But just the Guardian. And it's just not his day. It's just like not making the big plays when you expect him to. I mean, it was Nats. I thought 100% of the time he's winning that. Either way, finally the pace from Team Liquid.
Yeah, but the buy is not great. Aspas has an op. There are so many members here. He's got the ult, he's got the nade, he's got it all. And Liquid are still back in garage.
And the fast push instantly gets put down. I mean, you're thinking so often, when is it going to come from Team Liquid? When are they going to be able to switch things up? And it comes at a time, again, that it's readable. When they have a low buy, it's like, okay, they're either forcing or just going for an eco. They're going to try something cheeky, and they do, and it fails. Surprise, surprise.
Les holding his tight angle in ramps. He's got util to protect the site. That Vandal, yep. Only 2 though. I thought he was going to get the 3rd.
Yeah, 5
Soulcast.
HP, he's stunned,
Yeah.
he's
I
dead.
mean, he's dead. He was flat.
Just ridiculous.
You know, I wonder too, as I was watching this, what it was that they used to keep that push back, that
Yep.
safe pop. It was. What is this setup here? The fault line, and they're going to push in really hard.
Yeah, Tuz has been getting this control every time.
Yeah, get Sadak the Orb, have the Rolling Thunder online.
Remember,
Whoa. Aspas and Kalanzine with a lot to deal with mid. Follow, this does not look good.
it's labored, man. It just feels like it's not there right now for Team Liquid. He just walked in without checking anything, right?
Yeah.
That's like, you expect the crosshair placement to be there, at least something, some piece of util, but just dry walking through. That one hurts to see. It's a little painful, I have to say. And again, they've given the tools to allow to win this round. They've given the breach hold. They're not playing against the lockdown, which could come at the wee hours where they like to hit.
They just deep flashed into A heaven, but it was just a fake, and you just realize there's an op on the other side.
Where's the Trailblazer? Where's something here to deal with the op that they've seen?
I wonder if it was just peeked ahead, because remember, Soulcast was flashing into A heaven for the fake. Tui's is still in a really nice spot here, and they've got this brutal crossfire with Kalanzine not far off. Aspas getting another.
Enemy remaining.
The nade's gonna keep him back. Redgar's left by himself. He's got 70 HP. I mean, this map was close until it wasn't.
Yep.
As a prime game.
Are on the ropes for a team that was highly rated, probably second highest.
Oh, look
That's
at
just
that crosshair.
Yeah, it's just nowhere. It's nowhere. This is the round that could determine whether you're going to the offseason disappointed or you're playing more Valorant.
They still have the lockdown from Les. They still have the Rolling Thunder from Sadak.
Covering it.
Questions on how Loud would perform after Tokyo, giving the start to this tournament. And at least for now, they have looked dominant. Aspas seems informed. Sadak is leading from the front. Tui's is the Wonder Boy yet again. Everything coming together. And for Liquid, unfortunately for them, at the worst possible time. What is left in Liquid's playbook? Where do they go from here?
Again, challenge in the B main. This time the op.
I've
In the
got
hands
your
of Aspas. There it is. There's something behind it. This time it was the Seekers. Stays around to drop that nade. He's here by himself. Oh, Tui's has helped. Tui's has helped, but Calentine's also gotten one.
And they split up the hit again. 35 seconds. They got to get on this side.
Oh, the flash was so good, but nothing falls.
30 seconds left.
Safe healed up, and
30
the clock
seconds.
continues to be an issue. And now everyone's here. Sonic still has the rolling thunder. Les still has the ult. The push in from Aspas. A kill is found. There's the rolling thunder, and everyone may have secured the season. The series done, and it turns out Sonic